الحديث الرابع والثلاثون. The 34th hadith من كتاب الأربعين النووي رحمة الله للإمام النووي رحمة الله عليه. قال: عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله تبارك وتعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم قال: من رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده فإن لم يستطع فبلسانه فإن لم يستطع فبقلبه وذلك أضعف الإيمان. رواه Muslim. On the authority of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala be pleased with him, that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam said, whosoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand. Whosoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, let him change it with his hand, with his
hate it with his hand.
No, that's not it. Let him change it with his tongue. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِلِسَانِهِ. And if he is not able to do so, let him change it with his heart. That's the third. Whosoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, let him change it with his tongue. And if he is not able to do so, let him change it with his heart. وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. And that is the weakest of faith, of Iman. The hadith is in Sahih Muslim. This hadith doesn't let anyone with an excuse, meaning changing evil is an obligation upon every single person. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. So every single one of us must command, not only must do that which is good, but we also must command that which is good and stay away from that which is evil, and at the same time forbid that which is evil. But responsibilities differ. There are people who have authorities. Their responsibility is not to change it with their heart or with their tongue, but they have to act so that it is changed. For example, what is happening in Gaza now, there are people who can change it right now. They could just do something today and everything stops. Changing it with their hands, it is a must. They have to do something. Authorities with different levels. The most evil of all authorities today is Donald Trump and Netanyahu. We're not saying that they have to do something to change it, but they are the evildoers. So someone has to do something to make them stop. In the Muslim world, we have people of authority with different levels. In the world, we have people of authorities in different levels. Those who can make an action, who can change with their hands, they must. Those of us who have nothing but to speak, we must speak. You see now hundreds of people from different parts of the world have been traveling throughout the sea. لفك الحصار في غزة. known as Ustulu Sumud, the flotilla of the global flotilla of Sumud, of resistance. And many of them are not even Muslims, but they know that this is an evil and they have to do something. They don't have the authority, but they can do something that can put pressure on our authorities. And you see what happened to them last night with the occupation, the evil force of occupation, sabotaging them, arresting some of them. And many of them, they made already videos saying that if you watch this video, that means I'm already arrested by the occupation. When many Muslim authorities are doing nothing but just saying, okay, the plan, so-called the plan of Trump is good. So that is a responsibility upon all of them and upon all of us. If one can do nothing but to change it with his heart, meaning at least one has to feel some pain in one's heart. When babies are killed every single hour, and people who call themselves Muslims, they're enjoying life to the highest part of it, then you know something is wrong, because munkar, the Prophet used the word munkar, evil. In the Arabic, here the Prophet doesn't call it just evil, he calls it munkar, something that is unknown. It is unknown to human conscience. It's unknown to a heart of a normal person. You know, goodness, it is called ma'ruf, something that is known. Our soul knows that which is good. That's why that which is good is ma'ruf, known, because it's naturally recognized by normal people. Well, munkar is what is not known by the soul, by the human soul, the normal human soul. But nowadays, these people who resist, who do everything to free themselves and their people, these are the unknown now. These are the terrorists, because human soul is corrupt. So you call the good evil and the evil good. When George Bush attacked Afghanistan and Iraq, he called himself good, and the innocent people whom he was killing, the force of evil, he said this was a battle between evil and something in him is telling him you are evil, but he couldn't hear that. And we all have that thing in us. So the Prophet is saying, I'm just giving the example of Gaza because this is the biggest problem nowadays. But we have all of that within, surrounding, within us, in our houses, in our places, and wherever we are. We cannot just say, this is not my business. No. The Muslims, everything that is happening in the world is his business, but he has to also use wisdom. When you want to talk about something, you have to know how to talk about it, how to address it, whether it is going to help or it's not. And when I see someone doing that which is evil and I want to help, I'm not going as a good person versus the bad. I have to have this heart of a nasiha, heart of nasiha, that this is my brother. Maybe he doesn't know, maybe. Or at least I have to say something. That doesn't mean I'm better than him, but it means this is my obligation. And you have to balance it. You have to know. It's very complicated when it comes to al-amr bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. There are books that are written in this subject. The Prophet ﷺ, as you know, 5 words, the book. Man ra'a minkum munkaran falyughayyirhu biyadihi, fa in lam yastati' fa bilisanihi, fa in lam yastati' fa biqalbihi. You know that your heart cannot change it, but he says change it with your heart. At least change yourself. Meaning have the niyyah in your heart that if you had authority today, you would have changed. that Allah will give you the reward of someone who already changed. That's why he said, فَبِقَلْبِهِ. He said, وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. This is the least you can do. صلى الله تبارك وتعالى أن يجعلنا من أهل الأمر بالمعروف وأهل النهي عن المنكر ومن الذين يأتمرون بالمعروف وينتهون عن المنكر. هذا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. آمين. بارك الله فيكم.